I'm continuing to scan the library of cons and finding amazing newspaper articles from all throughout time, and I am just constantly blown away by how little has changed over time, almost to the point where it has to be orchestrated that way. We are absolutely, like I said, Congress. It's not progress, it's the opposite of progress, and that's what America seems to be doing. These same problems have come time and time again, and they never fix themselves, and they always resurface. History repeats itself way too much, and it's time to knock ourselves out of the cycle, and the only way to do that is to really make ourselves aware. So I found this really interesting. This is from March 14th, 1854, and it's about emigration to the United States. You know, we are a nation built on immigrants and whatnot, and my parents moved here too, but there's a huge, massive difference then and today between people who move to this country and have good intentions and people that come into this country with sinister intentions. There is a massive difference, and any sane country and leader would make sure that the people coming in are not of the worst quality imaginable and not criminals, etc. You want to make sure they are good. And the people I've met, the immigrants I've met, the legal immigrants I've met throughout my entire life, have all had that same thing in common. They all come here to do amazing things, and they end up doing that, and they're great, and they're happy, and they love it, and they acknowledge everything and the differences between their countries. They don't just glom onto it or come here to ruin things. They don't do that at all. And that's what a good immigrant does. And that's what a good person, if I was going to move to another country, I would do the same thing. I would never conceive of going to some other country to ruin it. It's just not the way it goes. But it is the way it's happened, always. There's always a sinister path or just presence behind mass immigration and a lot of lies and a lot of other things. So take a look at this article and compare it to now. And so first it has a little bit from Belgium, and then it has a response from the modern paper, or the 1854 American paper. So here we go. Take a look at this. Gentlemen, the transports for emigrants for the United States will take their departure from Antwerp. A large number of vessels are prepared already to leave at various periods of this month. A certain number of liberated prisoners from Vilvoorde and from several poorhouses, Depot des Mendicity, are on the point of departing. The price of the passage, all expenses included, is 180 francs, which sum should be paid in advance at the bureau of the governor of the province. I beg you to let me know as soon as possible if your district has any passengers to be forwarded. Each individual should be sent to the jail Maison d'Arrêt of Antwerp, and have in his possession simply a certificate on the following model. The burgomaster of the district of province of Liege, Belgium, certifies that blank, give the age, place of birth, parentage, is unmarried. The departure will take place during the year every fortnight. The commissary of the arrondissement. So they only care that they're unmarried. It doesn't matter that they're not a criminal, that they're not diseased, that they're whatever. But so that was what came to like the public in America. People found out that they were hiring prisoners and bringing prisoners on and basically selling prisoners so that they could be transported here. And so the Tribune responds in this way, and it says, to the burgomaster and council of blank. The Tribune suggests to our honest and reputable adopted citizens that it especially behooves them to watch, parentheses, through their friends remaining in Europe, and expose every attempt to flood our ports with European criminals and paupers. Americans will never refuse asylum to the oppressed of the old world, I like that, who may voluntarily seek our shores with the intent to become good citizens and free men, but they will not much longer suffer this open shipment upon us by foreign states, municipalities, or landlords of the convicts and paupers of Europe. The evil, not new nor occasional, has been borne long enough, and if it cannot be stayed by the energetic remonstrance of our government through our foreign agents, let a cordon be drawn at the anchorages of our ports, and all the quote-unquote shipped convicts and paupers sent back to the European prisons and parishes. Our country is stained and shamed by imported crime and mendicity, and no other nation or people would for an instant tolerate such an outrage of their hospitality. It is not the duty nor the mission of the United States to become the Botany Bay and Bazaar House of the world, and unless the system of which the above quote-unquote circular is a link be not speedily crushed, the American people may carry a line of restrictions upon them beyond state-shipped paupers and convicts. So, Very, very interesting. And again, the theme is that nothing changes. History constantly repeats itself. All of these sinister criminals that follow this weird path have all learned it from the past civilizations, and they're just doing it again. Somewhere the books exist on how to do this to humanity and the masses, and they just keep fooling us and doing it again and again and again. And America is in an incredible situation like this now, and like Trump has said many times, they are emptying their prisons into our country. And I'll leave you with a little bit of a song featuring a little bit of quotes from that. So enjoy, and dear God, we've got to do something again. The problem is a forever problem, and it's really maybe about changing intentions. I don't know what the answer is. It's definitely has to do with security, changing intentions, and getting to the bottom of these sinister shipments of people where they use people just as pawns in their games, and the people don't care because they're getting better life out of it and freeing themselves after committing crime. So dear God, what a problem that is hundreds of years old, probably thousands. But either way, it's fun to point it out and take note of it and see how they were in the past, because again, my mentality was almost exactly similar to this, and I have a feeling a lot of yours is too. So bless you all.